Atlanta Business Chronicles BIZ. Sponsored by Georgia Power.
Good Sunday morning, and thanks for joining us. We begin in downtown Atlanta. An affiliate of Los Angeles-based CIM Group is the sole bidder for a critical piece of the Gulch in downtown Atlanta. A source with direct knowledge of the deal confirmed the company's identity to the Business Chronicle. The company offered $15 million for the 9-acre site. It includes parking decks in front of Phillips Arena and CNN Center. CIM Group already owns part of the Gulch and the former Norfolk Southern buildings on the south edge of the property. The Gulch is one of the sites pitched to attract Amazon's second headquarters. Gwinnett County voters will weigh in on whether they want MARTA to expand bus and rail service there. County commissioners approved a plan that would put the measure on the ballot, not in November as some had expected, but in March. The Gwinnett referendum will ask voters to approve a penny sales tax to pay for transit expansion. The tax would raise as much as $150 million a year for 30 years. Delta Airlines and other carriers flying into and out of Hartsfield-Jackson Airport will get from Governor Nathan Deal what they couldn't get from the General Assembly: a tax break on jet fuel. The governor issued an executive order to stop collecting sales taxes on jet fuel. Deal says that will make Georgia more competitive. State lawmakers rejected the measure earlier this year after Delta ended discounts for members of the National Rifle Association following the Parkland High School shooting in Florida. Georgia is known as the Peach State, but its top agricultural product is actually poultry. Georgia chicken farmers and processors generated $4.5 billion from so-called broilers. Georgia's diverse crop mix insulates it from ups and downs that we see coming from nature and man, according to the state's agriculture commissioner. Cotton is Georgia's second largest commodity. It, along with Georgia pecans, could take a hit from the ongoing tariff tit-for-tat with China. 30% of Georgia's pecan crop is exported to China. A new partnership aims to improve an already top-notch operation: the efficient handling of cargo at Georgia's ports. Georgia Tech, the Georgia Ports Authority, and the Georgia Center of Innovation for Logistics have inked a memorandum of understanding. The goal is to bring evolving global logistics trends, advanced research, and analysis to the Port of Savannah. The Georgia Ports Authority continues to outdo itself. The agency set a record for containerized cargo for fiscal year 2018. Total tonnage was up 8% over last year. The ports are well known for handling massive maritime vessels, but with a push to expand capacity, its rail system is poised to gain a lot of traction.
When the Mason Mega Rail Terminal is completed in 2020, rail providers will, for the first time ever, have direct service from the Savannah Port to the Midwest.
We'll go from we're having 8 working tracks at the Mason Yard to 18 and significantly more track feet. So it allows us to service inland locations instead of moving a 2, 3, 4, 5,000 foot train out of the Georgia ports. We can send on a regular basis 8 to 10,000 foot trains.
That takes 250,000 trucks a year off the roads locally. But according to Lynch, there will still be a need for big rigs.
You look over my shoulder and you see this overpass. 3 years ago, that wasn't there. That overpass ties into the new Jimmy DeLoach Parkway, which was a project that exceeded $100 million, has been built to allow the trucks to tie into the warehousing district, which is only 5 minutes from here.
That warehousing district is the Savannah River International Trade Park, a 500-acre site that allows for the quick movement of cargo, most of which will be headed to fulfillment centers cropping up around Atlanta, thanks to the growth of online sales.
E-commerce is kind of redefining, coming back to that, redefining our industry, and that is what's driving most recently this significant growth.
Growth in both facilities and cargo. With new rail expansions, additional warehouse space, and the Savannah Harbor Deepening Project, the wave of new shipments will likely continue to rise.
With all the positive things happening at the Georgia Ports Authority, some economists say the nation's ports will be the first to feel pain should a trade war escalate.